Hey guys, PIEGUYRULZ here, back with another argument video. I want to talk about something that I see every so often that drives me up a tree. People who argue, don't judge it by the trailer. Now, before anyone gets upset at me, I have to say that this argument does have merit. It absolutely does. But not in the context that a lot of annoying people on Twitter like to use it in. So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be talking about movie trailers and movies, but you could easily apply this to video games, TV shows, heck, even just products and advertisements. I'm just keeping it to movies because that's where this argument is most commonly found, and it's more clear to just have one solid example than to have to keep saying movies, TV shows, video games, blah blah blah. So, this is the context that I see this argument used in a lot. I'll say something on Twitter like, judging by the trailer, that new movie looks awful. And people will rush in and say, oh, don't judge it by the trailer, it's probably gonna be good. No, you gotta give it a fair chance, etc, etc. Here's the thing. Trailers were literally made to be judged. The entire point of a trailer is to give you, the audience, a taste of something so that you can decide for yourself whether it looks good or bad and if you are going to decide to see it or not see it. Judging a trailer is exactly what you're supposed to do. And if you didn't judge a trailer, I have no idea how you would ever decide which movies to see and not see. Do you just see them all, or do you see none of them, or have some sort of completely random system? No. Because the people who use this argument in this context are total hypocrites. These are people who judge the trailer positively, or like the base media that the movie is a spin-off of, and are judging it and assuming that the movie is going to be good, whereas I might be assuming that the movie is going to be bad based upon the trailer. They are doing the exact same thing I'm doing, just taking an educated guess based upon all the materials we have out at the time. But in an effort to silence criticism and people who dislike what they like, they come up with this flimsy argument of saying, well, no, don't judge the trailer, you can't. And it's really annoying because anyone with half a brain knows that the movie and the trailer are two separate things. Just because a trailer is bad does not guarantee the movie is going to be bad. Just because the trailer is good doesn't mean the movie is going to be good. Most people know this, but before the movie comes out, you have no other way of judging it or deciding whether you're going to see it or not except for the trailers. Well, that and reviews, but I see the same argument being used in the same way for reviews as well. Because remember, it's not about not judging it, it's about these people wanting you to judge it positively, like they did. And you know what? If the trailer is bad but the movie is good, that is 100% on the people who made that trailer and the company behind the movie, and not at all my fault or my problem for reading it a certain way. If I've used all the information available to me, trailers, reviews, etc., and it all points to the movie being terrible, then I'm not wrong for assuming the movie is terrible. As long as I make it clear that that is just my educated guess, and not that I think that I know 100% without actually seeing the movie. Back before the Powerpuff Girls reboot came out, I made a video predicting the show was going to suck based upon all of the things surrounding it. The original show, the hiring decisions of the actors, the specials Cartoon Network has done, the other reboots Cartoon Network has done. I gave an informed guess at what the series was going to be like. Was I judging it ahead of time? Yes, but I made it very clear that it was just an educated guess, and until the show is actually out, I cannot know anything for sure. But that doesn't mean my guess is just a complete random guess, it is based upon real facts. Now, I am not implying that you can't argue with someone about the quality of a trailer. You absolutely can. If I say a trailer looks bad and you say a trailer looks good, we can totally have a conversation and a civil argument. And if someone is making it clear that they believe 110% before the movie is even out that the movie is just awful, then yes, this argument is very logical. Because although we can all make guesses and assumptions, you can never really know if you're going to like or dislike a film unless you actually see it for yourself. We can make very educated guesses based upon reviews and trailers, but you cannot 100% know. And this is why when I do judge a trailer, I say, wow, this trailer is bad, or this movie looks like it's going to be bad. I do not say this is a bad movie, or guarantee that it's going to be a bad movie. I'm using words that indicate I know this is only an educated guess, or make it clear that I'm just judging the trailer itself. Now, one very prominent example of this argument in the past year is the whole James Rolfe not seeing Ghostbusters debacle. From his video, as I understood it, the man used context clues such as the trailer, the fact that it was a reboot, the fact that the original cast was kind of forced to appear in it, etc., to decide that he didn't think it was something worth seeing. Certain people on the internet decided to read into this as, well, the man must be sexist, because he saw the male Ghostbusters, but he won't see the female one. But in reality, it was just a lot of people using this argument, not understanding that just because a trailer can totally lie or not represent the final quality of a movie doesn't mean that you can't judge it at all or make assumptions based upon it. He even says point blank in the video that the movie could be good, he doesn't know for certain, and that a lot of his reasoning for not wanting to see it is more about how the movie is marketed and not about the actual movie itself. And yet, you saw tons of people rushing to the defense of the new Ghostbusters movie before the movie was out, because it's apparently bad to assume the movie is going to be bad based upon a bad trailer, or manipulative marketing, or casting, or strange decisions made by the creators, but it's a good thing to assume that it's automatically going to be good because it has an all-female cast. And this is exactly what movie studios want. They want people to think, well, I have to see the movie, otherwise I'm not allowed to talk about it at all, or even have the slightest impressions about it, because that's how they get their money, regardless of whether people like the movie or not. So yes, please, judge the trailers. Assume things about the movie based upon the trailers. That is exactly what they are there for. As long as you know and acknowledge that you are just basing your opinion on this supplemental material and that you don't claim to have a final opinion on the movie before the movie's even out, there is nothing at all wrong with judging the trailer and assuming things about the movie. Maybe the people who use this argument in this context should spend a little more time judging trailers and a little bit less time judging other people for their tastes. Let me know if you've ever experienced anyone trying to use this argument in a completely ridiculous way. And with that, PIEGUYRULZ out.